They said the best time to come out was early in the morning or potentially later in the evening, but usually it's a morning time for the moose. So this might be an unsuccessful...
Is that blood?
Alyssa's coffee. My coffee. Just delivered Alyssa her morning coffee and closed this door. So we have like this tiny little door that separates the front of the RV to the bedroom, which is really actually kind of nice because the AC is really loud. And I don't think that she can hear me if I don't talk too loud. But today we are going to basically go out and explore Riding Mountain National Park, which is one of the places that we've been looking forward to on our road trip up in Canada.
Not a morning person.
You ready for the day? Today we're gonna go exploring in Riding Mountain National Park, but first they pointed out a place on the map where we could go potentially see some moose in the morning. So that is...
There's a lot to do in this national park, and I kind of asked them what they were known for, and they pointed out on the map, here's where you see moose, here's where you see bear, here's where you see bison. So, wildlife.
That's basically how we've planned most of our travels to date, is we just ask locals to point out like basically rangers. Points of interest on a map. All right, leaving the campground.
We are heading up to the Boreal area because that is where they said we could find bear and moose this morning.
Holy crap.
Dang, you can see the sun right there.
That is gnarly looking.
That's freaky.
We woke up this morning and the weather app said that it was sunny, but it looks insanely overcast because right now there are a ton of wildfires happening in Canada, BC, and Alberta.
Well, that's 1,000 miles away.
It's 1,000, wow, it's 1,000 miles away, but
I looked it up.
It's insanely, like, it's so hazy here. It is surreal being outside right now with all of this haze. I mean, it's like 10 a.m. right now, but it feels super early just because it is so hazy
It's
out here.
really dark.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I said when I woke up this morning, right? I was like, why does it look so weird outside?
Yeah.
It's the fires. Get to use this backup camera, holla. That's how you know it's a fancy rig, right? I was thinking maybe I would change out of my pajamas and then we could go on this hike.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
How do you like having that shoe compartment?
It stole one of my socks. How did I end up with one of yours and one of mine?
So we just made it to the hiking spot where we were told that there was a high probability that we could find some moose.
I'm scared to encounter a moose on foot.
Yeah, me too. We don't need to get close.
I don't want to get close,
Yeah.
for sure.
How's it look?
It's so pretty. It's so peaceful too. The campground here is huge, so even though it's really like wooded, so you feel like you're in nature, but there's just people around everywhere, so we haven't had a chance to like get to the part of the national park where we're not surrounded by people, so this is really nice. Why are you clapping?
Keep the bears away.
There are black bears here.
You have to be bear aware.
Always be bear aware. I do love that anytime you go to a national park with bears, the first thing they do is like hand you the pamphlet on bear safety, because I've never been in a situation where I wasn't like in a vehicle when I've seen a bear, And the idea that I could run into one on a trail like this really freaks me out. I'm bear aware, but I'm also bear terrified.
One of my pet peeves is going to national parks and there's about 50 people standing over like a bear cub or something like that. And I'm like, its mom's gonna come out and claw your face off.
I have a feeling the theme of all of our videos on YouTube is gonna be Heath and Alyssa search for wildlife and find absolutely nothing.
Yeah, we should probably not start off our video saying that we are going to find X animal.
Because we never do.
Because we never do. I think we may have come out too late to see the moose. They said the best time to come out was early in the morning or potentially later in the evening, but usually it's a morning time for the moose. So this might be an unsuccessful...
Is that blood? No, that's a stamp.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, no, it was terrifying for me.
All of the smoke makes me extremely sad. It's just crazy because I know to be getting this much haze and smoke over here, there's
1,000 miles away.
There's thousands of acres burning right now. No moose, no bear.
No wildlife.
All right.
Which is good for like our survival, but you know, not as good for YouTube.
Also want to go show off the town, like the resort town.
Let's finish like this drive because she said this is supposed to be really pretty, and then we can go into town.
Maybe get
for lunch.
Lunch, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
It still says moose, 6 more kilometers. We're not giving up hope.
It is so hazy. I love being in a rig small enough that we can drive it downtown.
And it's not stressful. We just made it to the town of Clear Lake, which is in the national park. Alyssa's taking a nap. She got terrible sleep last night. And I'm starving and we're out of food and there's not a lot of grocery stores nearby. So I'm gonna go over here and find some food for us and bring her something back. I would say that this is one of my favorite parts about some of the national parks that we've been to in Canada, has been the fact that they have, I think there's five national parks in Canada that have resort towns inside of the parks. And I've never been to another national park in the US or New Zealand when we were there that had that. I mean, we could walk from our campsite into this town and it's got all these really cool restaurants and places to eat and hang out. It's just really cool. It smells amazing. How is it?
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's actually been about a week since we picked up the Wonder. We've been driving all around Manitoba and we're planning on doing 2 videos a week on YouTube of all of our adventures that we do across the country. So today is gonna be our first, I guess, real adventure. We did do, hey babe, we did some tours in Winnipeg and we've stayed at a bunch of provincial parks already. But
probably like 5.
Oh yeah, a lot. We had to buy like a what's it called? A provincial parks pass and everything, which really baffled them that someone from Texas would want one.
Like, why are you here? What are you doing?
Cause it's pretty.
You're about to die.
All right. Well, I just wanted to explain 2 videos a week.
Yeah, expectations
of all of our Canadian adventures. More national parks to come.
Next stop, Regina, and then after that, Banff, which I'm really stoked about.
Calgary.
In Calgary.
And the Rocky Mountains.
In Vancouver, and Kelowna.
Yeah, we got a lot of stops.
Lots of things happening west from here.
But a beautiful place to begin the journey.
Yeah. Well,
Riding Mountain National Park.
This is just a parking lot right here.
But no, like there's trees, it's pretty.
Yeah. I'm not trying to not pay attention to the camera, but I'm just keeping my eye out on
bear aware.
wildlife.
Being bear aware.
And moose aware.
Yeah, I'd definitely be more terrified of a moose charging me.
Really? I think about equal.
Maybe equal. I don't know. They're both scary.